Make sure you check the descriptions for any links to important articles that I might post and come to your own conclusions on this. But I was thinking about whether Berkeley is still a campus where they ban people. I was kind of just, I came across some old articles when it was back into 2017, and they had Berkeley mobbing pretty much, it seemed like all the time. I can only imagine that the campus is still at that same level. Maybe things died down and there's nothing really exciting about midterms and protesting midterms, but I'm sure there's still a pretty strong campus activism culture at Berkeley. And I kind of don't really even like saying campus activism, because activism sounds like a positive. It seems more like there's this retroactive need or aggressive need to just protest anything that does not fall in line with identity politics. And I've said it before that, the left is kind of a religion, and universities are their seminary where they train the next group of their leftist ideologues in identity politics. So I can only imagine that that is still continuing to go on. Hopefully not. I would love to be wrong on that. This is just speculation on my part. I haven't been to Berkeley. I don't intend to go, just based off of what the culture seems to be at Berkeley, where it doesn't seem to be about diverse opinions or what your political viewpoint is. It seems more to be about what your race and socioeconomic status is. And I think Berkeley was just kind of this flagship university in 2017 where, they were proud of the mobs they had. And I think the universities also turned a blind eye to it. I think they tried to overcome that by having some speakers come, but I think once your reputation is damaged in such a way, they probably don't see it as damaged, but I think to a lot of other people across the country, it's never positive when there's only really one point of view, strong holding another. And at the very least, if, there's going to be a majority and minority of viewpoints in no matter what situation, just by definition, but when you don't let other people come to the table to debate or even, speak their own opinion or kind of give their own speech, that really turns into something that's hazardous and kind of the opposite, not even kind of, exactly the opposite of what you would expect at a university. I think universities are really starting to be harmful in many sense to the general public, and that they still produce a great good in educating citizenry, and you're getting doctors, lawyers, engineers, and many bright minds coming out of universities doing great work in their given communities. But I think also there is this hazardous thought that is just seeping in to the culture based off of these, gender theory, identity politics type work. And I'm not saying that work shouldn't be done in different areas to, explore the different niche studies that can be learned from and the different insights can be gained. But I think at some point it turns away from, factually based arguments and strongly supported research and starts to become just diatribes on identity politics. And again, it looks more like a seminary than a scientific cerebral type place. And most religions, the first to come to mind are the Abrahamic religions, were formed, hundreds of thousands of years ago. It's interesting to see people trying to create the tenets from their own religion in real time, and then kind of make, history to try and back that with different identity politics. Now, I think that's easy because many different cultures across time, countries, nation states have committed crimes, and you can always find a victim and oppressor. But I think just naturally history didn't always go the way a lot of revisionist history, Berkeley liberals thought it may have. Berkeley style. It's not solely focused on Berkeley, but more just Berkeley-esque universities that are seemingly hostile towards opposing identity politics style views. And when I say identity politics, I mean all of the intersectionality and all of the buzzwords that they have their own language. But I can only imagine what Berkeley is like now, and I think we'll have to wait, I guess, another year until next November when things will start really ramping up again with the start of the new election cycle.